Are you absolutely clear on who you are as an artist? Do you know what you precisely offer and how you uniquely do it? Are you absolutely certain on the specific value you add to your dream projects? If not, how do you expect the people hiring you to know those things? You want them not only to trust you, but to pay you. Would you yourself pay someone to do something that you're not sure they're able to do, or that someone else potentially could do better or be closer to what your needs are? No. This is why you need crystal clear clarity on who you are and what you offer. This is what we talked about in my latest podcast episode. But before I share that with you, be sure to hit the subscribe and get notified button so you don't miss any of these episodes. All right, on to the podcast. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Theater Life Uncensored, where we peel back the curtain and reveal to you what's really working in today's industry for theater artists just like you. That means you get to hear and learn how to surpass your career goals sooner and enjoy an easier, more peaceful life along the way. I'm your host, Jim Cooney, a New York City-based director, choreographer, and I'm also the founder of Amplified Artists, a membership community for theater professionals from performers to producers and everyone in between, helping you create a career and life you love. Being clear on who you are as an artist is super important for a multitude of reasons, and we're going to talk about those today. Now, one of the biggest topics I get asked about is branding. How do I know my brand? How do I create my brand? How do I make my brand stand out so people want to hire me? So, to help you all with this, I've put together a free guide and worksheet walking you through a 3-part formula that clarifies your brand. You can grab it for free at jimcooney.me/branding. jimcooney.me/branding, and I'll include that link in the show notes. By the way, if you want to connect outside of this episode, you can follow me on Instagram at jimcooneynyc. Pop over there and say hello. All right, so how do you get clear on who you are as an artist, especially if you do multiple things? For example, if you dance and choreograph, or if you also do something outside of the industry like teach fitness or make jewelry. It can feel like your time, energy, and skills are split in many directions. So how do you sum them up all in a clear way? Or should you not try to combine them all and hide those other aspects of who you are? Let me just cut to the chase here. Everything you do is part of you. That in turn also means everything you do comes from you, from your own mind, your heart, and your creative spirit. All of the individual things that you love to do and your hopes and dreams and desires are what makes you the artist you are. You can't just strip your talent into a standalone thing because it's everything else that gives you the context and rich flavor to your artistry. That's what makes it unique because no one else has that special blend of skills and talents that you do, and no one can execute them in the same way you do either. And I mean all of your skills and talents, not just the theatrical ones. So they're all connected, and your power comes from that connection. So that connection between everything you do, that is what we really want to be clear on. So let's do that. Now, if you're a member of Amplified Artists, we have an entire course on this called Aligning Your Artistry. And there's 4 exercises in that course to help you drill down to the innermost core, or what I call your common denominator, between everything that you do. So check that out in your library and you'll get a ton of clarity, not only on this, but also on your goals and artistic mission and vision. It even shows you how to verbalize it in a succinct statement. At times you're at an audition or at a pitch meeting or even at a party and they ask, "So what do you do?" Or "Tell me about you." Remember, when you are clear with the answer, they are clear on who you are too. Now, if you're not a member of Amplified Artists, don't worry, I've still got you here. You can still do one of the exercises from this Aligning Your Artistry course for free on my blog. It has the entire video lesson from the course that's on this exercise and the same exact worksheet too. So go to jimcooney.me/clarity and you can get this completely for free. And I'll link to that in the show notes as well. jimcooney.me/clarity. This is an exercise I've shared with people for a really long time, and people who have done this exercise years ago tell me to this day how much they still refer back to it and how much it's changed their life. It's made a huge impact in my life too, so I'm really, really excited to share this with you. Now, the video will walk you through everything. It's a very visual exercise, so it's hard to describe on a podcast, but just to give you an idea here, the exercise starts with a zoomed out view of you, including the things you love to do, the things you're good at doing and can be paid to do, and it keeps funneling down from there, zooming in along the way until it gets to the very center of who you are. Some people refer to this as your purpose or your reason of being or reason for being. They all have the same thing in common though. clarity. Now, there's a ton of benefits from having this clarity on who you are as an artist. And actually, I should be saying as a person, because like I've said, your humanity and artistry are one and the same. So having clarity on who you are as an artist and a person. Now, we've already mentioned some of these big benefits in this episode, like being easier and more enticing to hire and the ability to effortlessly describe yourself. But that all means you can maximize the power of your marketing because you're presenting yourself in a clear way and as a clear brand. And you get to work a whole lot smarter, not harder this way. Less effort for better results. And look, if you don't present yourself in a clear way, people will fill in the gaps on their own. Wouldn't you rather control the narrative? Wouldn't you rather them view you as exactly the way you want to be viewed? So you have to be clear if you want them to be clear. Clarity also helps you know where to spend your time and money and resources. Instead of just kind of going through the motions and doing things without a concrete reason, you now know if something is worthwhile to you or not. And if it's not, then don't do it. And feel good about not doing it because you know why you're not doing it. And on the flip side, you can go all in on the things you know to be worthwhile. Likewise, it gives you the ability to discern between multiple job offers you may get at the same time, since you know which one better aligns with you. So for all of these reasons, it's worth the time to get 100% clear on who you are. And you'll see this exercise on my blog or the ones inside the course inside Amplified Artists. They're not difficult to do. They're not even that time consuming. Each one should take you less than 20 minutes. So head there now and get that clarity, jimcooney.me/clarity, or the Aligning Your Artistry course inside Amplified Artists, and I'll put those links in the show notes for you. And let me know how it goes. You can find me on Instagram at JimCooneyNYC. Drop me a line, let me know how it's going. Or if you've got any questions, you can ping me there too, and I'll be happy to help you out. Before we wrap up here, don't forget you can get my 3-part branding formula guide and worksheet on my website at jimcooney.me/branding, or by following the link in the show notes. Now here's a little preview of next week's episode. I will see you then.
You're able to sell and show who you are really quickly and succinctly because people don't have time. People aren't spending hours and hours with you. And it just really helped me feel confident that I was putting the right stuff out there instead of kind of just like throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something stuck.
So there you go. If you have any feedback or want to keep the conversation going, just drop that into the comments below. I personally respond to each one. If you like this episode, be sure to hit the like button to help more people find out about it, and also subscribe and get notified so you don't miss any episodes. Remember, there is no one on the planet who's just like you. Be true to the gifts you have and who you are. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.